Hello and welcome to our video on long division. In this short video, we will be doing a long division sum which covers 3 digits by 1 digit. So remember, before you get the question, you're going to analyze it. Once we have the symbol for division, we will apply the long division method. And the first step would be to begin with a clue board. So remember, we're beginning with our skip counting. So we want the numbers in 9, or rather the multiples of 9. So we begin, the first one would be 9, followed by 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, and the last one is 81. So you'll notice as I'm doing long division, there's a lot of color that I'm actually using. So this is my first multiple of 9, my second multiple, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and 9. So I'll stop on 9. Now, the best example I actually teach my learners when I'm doing long division is the following. Before I actually go and do the sum, I need to first do the clue board. So the example we give them is first you put on socks, and the putting of socks is your clue board. Once you've put your socks on, then you can actually wear your shoes, and that's basically doing the sum. So you'll notice on the left-hand side of your screen, I have a few different alphabets, D, M, S, B. And that's basically the rule. You need to master the rule to apply it into your sum. D stands for divide, M stands for multiply, S is for subtract, and the B stands for bring down. So now that I have my first step, my socks sorted out, I have my clue board. The clue board is going to help me, it's going to assist me to answer the question and do the entire routine working out. So 940 divided by 9. So my first step is, as I'm going along, I'm going to place ticks on the left-hand side. So I'm by divide, I put a tick. And whenever you by divide, there's a rhetorical question you would keep on asking yourself in your mind. And this rhetorical question would be, how many? So how many times does the number 9 get into the number 9? Now I'm having a look at my clue board and I can see my answer is only 1. So I'll place my answer on the top, being 1. Next step, I'm in blue and I want to multiply. So I first place a tick, and to multiply it, it will be 1 multiplied by 9. 1 times 9 is 9. So I place the answer at the bottom. Next step, I'm in green and I need to subtract. So I place my tick. Once I've placed my tick, I ask myself, what is 9 minus 9? So 9 minus 9, we know the answer is 0. And the next step is in red. I need to bring down. So I first place my tick before I go and bring down. So I need to bring down the number 4. Now, when we look at the left-hand side and we're judging and we're trying to count how many ticks are there, there's only one for each. So we regard it as one full cycle being complete. So I'm now moving on to my second cycle. And again, whenever I'm by D, I'll ask myself, how many? So how many times can the number 9 go into 4? When we are on the second step, in other words, by the second tick, it's very important to carry out the process. You circle the 9 and you put the arrow to 4. So one more time, how many times does 9 get into 4? I go back and I revisit my clue board. My clue board is actually starting up on 9. So I don't have any number less than 9. So 9 cannot go into 4. 9 is a big number, 4 is a small number. So if it cannot get into 4, my answer on the top would be 0. Next step, I'm in blue and I want to multiply. So before I multiply, I put a tick. Now, a common misconception that learners tend to make is they say 10 multiplied by 9 is 90. So remember, we're already done with 1 times 9. So do not make the mistake. So on the second cycle, it will just be 0 multiplied by 9. Remember, 0 multiplied by any number is going to give us 0. Next step, I'm in green and I need to subtract. So before I subtract, I put a tick. 4 minus 0 is going to give me an answer of 4. And in red, I need to bring down. So it's very important as you go along, you're placing the ticks and you're using the 4 different colors. It will make your task much more easy and simple to understand. So I need to bring down, and the number I'm bringing down would be 0. So the new number would be 40. If I have a look at my ticks, I have 2 complete sets of ticks, so I call it 2 cycles being complete. I now move over towards my third cycle. And before I actually divide, I put a tick and I ask myself in my mind, how many? How many times can the number 9, I'm going to extend the arrow. How many times can the number 9 get into 40? And this is why it's so important to have your socks put on first, because the clue board is going to assist me in terms of the working out of my sum. So how many times can 9 get into 40? I'm having a look at my clue board and I cannot go bigger than 40. So 45 is not going to work. It's bigger than 40. So the only correct answer in this case would be 4 times, and the answer would be 36. 9 goes into 40 4 times. I'm putting the answer 4 on the top. Next step, in blue, I want to multiply. So before I multiply, I put a tick. Again, a common misconception that learners tend to make, they would say 104 times 9. That's incorrect. I'm done with 1. I'm done with 0. So now I'm only left on the last one, which is 4. So 4 times 9, I don't need to calculate because the answer is on my clue board. The answer is 36. Next step, I'm in green and I want to subtract. So before I subtract, I put a tick. 40 minus 36. So 0 minus 6 obviously doesn't work. I need to cancel and borrow. So if I cancel the 4, it becomes 3 and my units becomes 1. So now I have 10 minus 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. 3 minus 3 is 0. And now in red, I need to bring down. But as you can see, I have nothing after the 0 to bring down. So this is my remainder. So I'll put it back to the top. 104, remainder 4. So let's go back to the question. The question asked us 940 divided by 9. After using our clue board, after using our DMSB process, as well as our routine working out, we can confirm that the answer is 104, remainder 4. And that's basically my final completed answer. Thank you for watching until we move to the next video.